Hey friends, welcome back to my kitchen. I have another egg white bread experiment for you today. I haven't been doing as many of these recently because basically I've just found recipes that I like and I haven't felt the need to really do all the experimentation like I was doing early on. But there's a new ingredient that has kind of made a splash in the keto world and I resisted ordering it for quite a while, but I finally decided just gonna go ahead and do it and see what all the hype is about. And that ingredient, of course, is bamboo fiber or bamboo fiber powder. It's called a couple of different things. So as you can see, I have not even opened the bag yet. So this will be my very first experience or experiment with bamboo fiber. I decided that the first thing I'm gonna try is one of my own recipes that has a fiber in it, and I'm just gonna use the bamboo fiber in place of that. So I can kind of compare what the bamboo fiber does versus the acacia fiber that I usually use. I've also done this recipe with psyllium husk powder and oat fiber, so I kind of have an idea of what those fibers do in the recipe, and I'm just gonna see how the bamboo fiber compares. So the recipe I'm gonna be doing is my Butter Buns 2.0 recipe. This is a recipe with butter powder in it. I do have another version that has the frozen shredded butter in there, but I'm just gonna do the butter powder one this time. The ingredients are, of course, egg white powder and water, some allulose, some beef gelatin, I use the Now brand, some cream of tartar, some Redmond real salt, of course, butter powder, and then in the middle of baking time, we will brush with some melted butter and also sprinkle with some flake salt. And then, of course, the star ingredient is the bamboo fiber powder. First off, I'm gonna add my 295 milliliters of water. Next ingredient is 100 grams of egg white powder, egg white protein powder, dried egg whites. They are all the same ingredient. Half a teaspoon of cream of tartar, half a teaspoon of salt. Of course, you can use any salt. I just always use the Redmond real salt. 1 tablespoon of beef gelatin, but any unflavored gelatin should work. And 2 tablespoons of allulose. I'm just gonna give this a quick stir with my whisk before I head over to the KitchenAid. That just gets everything a little bit moistened. The sponsor of today's video is Element Electrolytes. Element is my absolute favorite electrolyte supplement, and I know a lot of you guys already use it and absolutely love it. But for any of you that are new, especially new to a keto lifestyle, it's really important to balance your electrolytes as you're reducing your carbohydrates. Carbohydrates keep you hydrated by holding on to sodium. But when you cut out those carbohydrates, you can lose sodium really fast. And so a lot of times people get keto flu, and a lot of that has to do just with dehydration because your body is just shedding water and shedding sodium. And so supplementing with electrolytes, especially one that's high in sodium, can really, really help you get over that hump as you're adjusting to a lower carb diet. And Element really fills the bill on that one. They have 1,000 milligrams of sodium in each pack, along with 200 milligrams of potassium and 60 milligrams of magnesium. That is their science-backed ratio. So as always, Element has a special deal available to any of my viewers. If you use my link, the one here on the screen or down in the description, you can get a free sample pack with any order. The sample pack has all 8 of their regular flavors. They have so many yummy flavors, including chocolate, which is super fun. And then also if you like spicy flavors, they have a few spicy ones in there. And then of course, all of the refreshing fruity flavors. So if you wanna get the sample pack and try all of their 8 regular flavors, all you have to do is use my link, drinkelement.com/indigo. That's DRINKLMNT.com/indigo. Place your order for anything on the website and you will get your free sample pack. Thank you so much to Element for sponsoring today's video. I'm going to start the mixer out on low and slowly increase the speed to high, and then go for about 5 or so minutes until I get a nice glossy, like shaving cream type texture. All right, that's looking pretty fluffy. So I'm gonna add in my bamboo fiber. I'm just doing the exact same weight that I normally do with the acacia fiber, which is 18 grams or 3 tablespoons. And I also will note that I'm doing kind of a simplified version of my recipe. You can do things like add butter flavor. I'm also omitting the arrowroot because I really want to see what the bamboo fiber on its own does. So I'm just doing the bamboo fiber, and the arrowroot is always optional anyway, so just leaving that out to keep it simple. And I'm gonna add my 24 grams of butter powder in here. Then I'm just gonna mix this on a low enough speed that I can get it all mixed without whipping it too hard. I have my oven preheating to 325. I also have my ice cream scoop here coated with some coconut oil to get this easily put into the pan. I'm gonna go ahead and spray these. It's always a, guess if you really need to spray them or not, but I always feel safer when I do. I'm gonna make sure everything here is fully mixed up, just real quick. All right, and then I'm just gonna get it into the pan. All right, we're gonna call this good. I'm gonna throw it in the oven for 15 minutes, and then I will pull it out and do the brushed melted butter and the flake salt, and then it'll go back in for 10 more minutes. These are looking beautiful already. So I have my butter here melted. Just gonna give them a quick brush and then sprinkle with my Morton's flake salt. Okay, back into the oven these go for 10 more minutes. Look at how gorgeous these turned out. The color is just beautiful. They look great. I'm super excited to open these up and see what the inside texture looks like. I just let these cool for about 5 minutes. All right, one thing that I'm noticing is that they're pretty soft. I feel like the regular butter buns stay a little bit crispier on the top, but the top is already really, really soft. So that's a little different. It's not a negative at this point. It'll be interesting to see, how that affects the taste. But that's just the only thing that I'm noticing right off the bat. Just pulling them out, they just feel like clouds. Very, very soft. So rude, Bubba. Looks beautiful. I mean, they just look absolutely amazing. All right, let's see what this looks like on the inside. I still can't get over how beautiful these are. Looks super fluffy. The inside texture is super nice, very, very soft. Reminds me of the coconut milk buns that I have done, because those were just extra soft as well. So that's kind of interesting. Let's do a little taste test here. Definitely melt in your mouth. It just squishes, which is what you want. Fiber I found really helps with that. So bamboo fiber is definitely doing the same thing. The flavor is very, very clean. It's very neutral. The different fibers that you use can add a little bit of flavor. I found that there's not a ton though, because there's only 3 tablespoons of fiber through the whole recipe. So even if you use something that's more flavorful, like oat fiber or psyllium husk, you don't get a huge amount of flavor. but you definitely get very little flavor with the bamboo fiber. It's very, very neutral. And I think the bamboo fiber did make these buns just a touch softer. So that's kind of an interesting effect. Very, very tasty. You're really not getting a crispy crust at all. There's a tiny bit of crisp down here at the bottom with the way the pan gives this texture on the bottom, but it's not a lot. So with the bamboo fiber, you're getting a really, really soft bread, which depending on, what you're going for, that could be exactly what you want. So I'm definitely going to call this experiment a win. I think bamboo fiber is a great option. And if you do like that super soft cloud type bread, this is going to be a winner for you for sure. With all the different keto additives that we try, one of the biggest things, especially for a bread type product, is that you don't want it to add a really strong, weird taste. So I see the bamboo fiber as being, a really good option just because it is so neutral in taste. Definitely going to call this one a win. I will be using that bamboo fiber in recipes like this moving forward. It will be interesting to try it in a loaf of bread as well. The extra softness, I don't know if that would translate well to a loaf because there's so much middle, but it would be interesting to play with. If you guys have used bamboo fiber, let me know how you've used it. If there's recipes that you really like using bamboo fiber, I would love to hear that. Obviously, I have a bag of it now that I'm going to need to use up somehow. So I would love to get some insight from you. Leave that down in the comments below. Thanks so much for hanging out in the kitchen with me today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you again in the next one.